Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. We are finally in DCS World and it's time for the motion rig to catapult me off a moving carrier deck in the F-18 Hornet. I'm a little bit nervous by this actually because I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I know it's going to be one hell of an experience. This is the H2, so it's 2 degrees of freedom. However, it does so much more than just pitch and roll because you kind of feel the acceleration, the braking forces, as well as the engine vibration. There's a lot going on here, so it's going to be interesting to see how it feels. Not only that, we are trying the Pico 4 streaming with the AMD system that I'm borrowing. So this is a Stormforce AMD 7950X running a beastly 7900 XTX graphics card. This is a Asus motherboard and GPU. It really is a beautiful system, as you can see there. And it is thanks to Stormforce for allowing me to try this out and put it through its paces in VR. Now, I have been using DCS the last couple of days, and I must admit, it's really running very, very well indeed. And hopefully it will show that on the VR mirror. Also, just before we take off, I'm trying a new facial interface for the Pico 4. It is by a company called AMVR, and I'll just show you a few shots of it. I must admit, it's a massive difference to the stock interface, and this feels very comfortable. I am using VR Rock lens inserts, and I've noticed, because of the increased field of view, because I'm a lot closer to the lenses, I can feel those lens inserts a little bit. So that's one trade-off. But it's absolutely head and shoulders above the standard facial interface. Anyway, that's enough of that. We're now going to fly off the end of this carrier. That's what you want to see. So here we go. Full mill. I'm actually a bit nervous, to be honest, but we'll see how we get on. I now have to salute the ground crew. Here we go. This is a super carrier module, by the way. An absolutely awesome add-on. I'm really nervous. Oh my god. Oh! Actually, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I could have made it a lot worse than that. I have been messing around with the settings. Oh, wow. And, oh. That's incredible. I could have made it a lot more violent than that, but that was still, it probably didn't show it on the actual image of me moving that much, but trust me, I am moving a lot. Let's go outside now and just enjoy the beautiful sounds of the F-18 Hornet, if you can hear them. Oh my word! That is incredible. You can really feel moving around quite a lot. I always forget how beautiful this bird is. It really is an absolutely gorgeous aircraft. Now, I know many of you might be saying that the motion rig isn't performing quite correctly in terms of its motion, but that's all down to the settings, and there's so many of them. And this is my first ever flight in DCS. But we're getting a nice solid 45 frames per second with this AMD rig, so this is feeling really good. Motion compensation is still something that I need to also look into. As you can see, I am being moved around quite a bit here. So I'll just show you on the screen now what some of the software looks like. As you can see, you can change absolutely everything from the acceleration, the smoothness, the roll rates, the degrees, everything is there to mess around with. And I'm sure there's a few things that I can do to make that experience a lot better for me. Right folks, so I'm just going to land back on the carrier again. Oh wow, love that feeling. And I'm just going to have a play with the settings so that when we take off again, we'll get more of a jolt, I think, when we light the afterburners. Because this is certainly a work in progress situation. It's so much fun, this thing. It's just crazy. This might be a bit dodgy. Oh god. Oh! Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay. That's what happens when you crash. Oh my god, that was crazy. Did you see the way I got thrown around then? Oh my goodness me. Right, I definitely need to work on my carrier landing. It's been a while. Let's restart and go for another takeoff. Right folks, I've now recovered. I've changed my underwear. And we're going to try this again. I'm going to try and fly this a bit better this time, but I think I'm quite glad I've shown you what happens when you crash. So I meant to do that, I promise you. I used to be so good at flying this bird, but it's been a long time. And with DCS, because they're such high fidelity aircraft, if you get out of practice, then it definitely shows, as you can see. Right, so we're now going to... I've messed around with a few more settings, and we're going to go for another takeoff now. And we'll see if we can do this a bit better. Here we go. What an experience. There's no doubt about it. It's amazing. Here we go. Way! Okay. Yeah, I definitely felt that a lot more that time. I've changed the surge option in acceleration, so I can really feel that now. God, I tell you, it completely changes everything, a motion rig. So all you DCS World lovers out there, my god, you're going to absolutely friggin' love it. I've also just changed the roll rate as well, the degrees, because I think I was going a bit too much there, so I've just changed it a little bit, so I'm not moving quite as much. God, wow. I'm just going to say wow loads of times in this video, guys, sorry. I have to say as well that the AMD system is really performing very well in DCS. I'm really enjoying using it. And even though I know AMD are not well known for their VR performance, with the latest driver using the XTX graphics card, well, check for yourself guys, it's absolutely running really well here. Let's go for a little flyby. If I can find the right button. There we go. Look how smooth this is. And we're getting 45 frames per second on the dot here. Now, of course, I'm not flying in multiplayer servers, you know, and I'm obviously over the ocean, so I appreciate that, you know, DCS can, well, bog down the most powerful computer anyway. And if you're interested, guys, I will do a video with the Apache to see what that's like, considering that we are missing yaw. But I tell you what, when you do yaw this aircraft, it does feel like there's something going on. It kind of tricks your brain. Right, we'll come in now for another landing, hopefully a more successful one this time, on the carrier. And see how it feels when we deaccelerate, because that's going to be really interesting in itself, I think. So the last time I was in DCS World was when I went to Finland to see Vario, and I was using their custom-made, very powerful 3DOF motion rig. How does this compare to that experience? Well, of course, I'm not in the Vario Aero, so that's the first thing. Although the Pico 4 does look great. It's not the Vario Aero levels of greatness. But this does compare very well, especially with the power this thing has. Right, well, I'm all over the place again. But we'll see if we can go for a landing here. I really don't want to crash again. That is for sure. That was quite scary. I'm getting quite a lot of yaw effect. I don't know what's going on there. Whether I'm getting some binding issues going on. I'm a bit too fast. But let's see how we get on. Oh, we missed it. That's annoying. Okay, fair enough. We'll go round again. We'll get there eventually, no doubt about it. In case you're wondering, guys, DCS World has the very best sounds of any flight sim out there when it comes to jet aircraft and particularly like the Spitfire, the Merlin engine on that is recreated absolutely beautifully. Talking of Spitfires, I really want to try dogfighting in this thing. That would be very cool. Right, let's go around again then. Gear coming down. Third time lucky, yeah? We shall see. Right then, so you're back on the approach. I've noticed my angle of attack indicator is all the way over there. So I think I've got an issue with my bindings. I think there's something else acting as the rudder. So, because I don't remember it being this difficult last time, so I do need to go and check my settings for that. But we'll give it a go again. You can see how we're moving around. That's not really how it should be. So I've definitely got... I'm fighting some sort of controller binding problem. So this explains why I'm not doing quite so well as I normally do, because I've got quite a few carrier videos on the channel of me flying the F-18, and I'm usually fairly good at it. So just imagining there's going to be loads of wind and turbulence. Oh, God. Slightly better... Well, it's not a better approach, but let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Yes! We've done it! And feeling that! Oh, my word! I actually felt like a de-accelerated from 150 mile an hour to nothing. That is absolutely fantastic. Wowzers. Right, I think we'll pause it there for this video, guys. It's a bit of a raw first impressions on the carrier in DCS World with the H2 motion platform. It's all kinds of fun, especially in VR with the Pico 4 running really well actually with the AMD system by Stormforce. And I really do like this facial interface as well. It's not really comfortable. I think there could be some improvements made, but it's definitely better than the stock facial interface, that is for sure. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. Please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care, and bye for now. I'm going to do that again.